be. The Associated Press College Football Top 25 poll came out earlier this week. There was one person in the whole country who voted BYU in the top 25. His name is Tom Murphy. He now joins us. He's from the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, the lone AP voter. He is in Barnhill Arena. That's where Nolan Richardson's famous teams played. Tom, we appreciate the time and the love for BYU.
Well, okay, look, I'm no Corky Simpson. I don't have the Cougars at number 1. But, hey, BYU winds up number 20 in the final poll. You guys can throw a big party for me.
Yeah, exactly. So why did you feel like BYU deserved to be 20th in your poll? And, again, you were the only dude that had BYU inside the top 25. We love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a head scratcher that no one else gave BYU a vote for, 24, 25, something like that. But if you believe in the foundation that Kalani has put forth there, it looks to me like a good foundation. I love that BYU went out and played anybody who wanted to play football last year. And I understand, financially that was important, but I just liked it in the weirdest year we've ever seen in college football, that the Cougars just went and played anybody, that they came out, flew across the country and played Coastal late in the year. And, that was a great game. And then they ended up smoking UCF in the bowl game. So I just felt like, I know Zach Wilson's gone and a lot of talent is gone. But when you're looking at the last 5 teams in your preseason poll, it's a crapshoot. I mean, there's Utahs and Arizona States and Oklahoma State's in there. And I just felt like BYU deserved a little merit right there.
Tom, do you think that the reason why BYU didn't get as much love as you gave them is just the brand recognition? Maybe there's a little bit of stigma around BYU and them just being athletic, or some of the social or political issues. Do you think maybe that played a role in BYU not getting any love?
That's a really good question, and I haven't considered it very much. I don't even think about that. And in fact, I'm looking forward to coming out to Salt Lake in a couple of years. But no, I just thought that, with the great record last year and the fact that when you get to those last few spots in your poll, it could be anybody. And I know that the schedule will bear it out. That it will solve everything. And there's some good early games against Utah and Arizona State that are right there in the same position. So BYU wins those, they'll get a lot more votes.
Yeah, if BYU goes 2-0 or even 3-0, definitely will be in the top 25. We're talking with Tom Murphy from Arkansas, who gave the Cougars a top 25 vote. Want to ask you about BYU and Arkansas. Little known fact, these two are playing the next 2 years, 22 in Provo, 23 in Fayetteville, which should be fun. How often does Arkansas come that far west?
It's pretty rare. They had a home and away against USC about a decade and a half ago now. So it's pretty rare, but they've got a home and away with Utah coming up on the books. And I want to say the first year of that's 29. And honestly, this snuck up on me. I knew that BYU was on the schedule, but next year, that's wonderful. I was out in Salt Lake late June and early July this year, went to Yellowstone and Mount Rushmore. And I was out there on the 4th of July, and there was a sandstorm kicked up out of nowhere. You guys might remember. And it was pretty windy out there. But it's a rare deal. But I think Hunter Yurachek, has some friends in the business. And the Utah AD is a friend. And the SEC mandates that they play a Power 5 school per year. And so BYU or a Power 5 or a independent like BYU or the military academy. So it just worked out for them. And I'm looking forward to going back out west next year.
Tom, speaking of the SEC, what's the dynamic like when it comes to Oklahoma and adding Texas? How do you guys feel about it, and just the potential of this big league sort of emerging before our eyes?
Yeah, it makes things a lot tougher for teams like Arkansas who don't quite have the budget and the tradition. I mean, they won a national championship in '64, but it's been a while that they haven't won an SEC title. And so it's this recruiting ground. Arkansas did really well in Oklahoma recruiting last year, and now there's a school in that state that can tout SEC membership. Makes it tougher. Same with when Texas A&M joined the league in 2012. Arkansas had been able to, draw a lot of kids out of Texas. They still do, but it's just tougher now. And I don't know what they're going to do for scheduling. 16-team deal's a little bit cumbersome in my view, but they're going to be the first super conference, and I guess that's what Greg Sankey and those guys had in mind.
Yeah, it's going to be gnarly. Certainly, the expansion of the SEC, and then everything to do with BYU and Arkansas next year. It's going to be fun. Hey, when you're out here, seriously, come. We've got a broadcasting building. We'd love to host you and show you around, and we're looking forward to the matchup with Arkansas and BYU next year.
Reach out. We'll make that happen. Sounds good.
Okay, awesome. Tom, we appreciate the time, and thanks for the vote, man.
You bet.
That's Tom Murphy from the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, the lone AP voter to give BYU a vote.